Good morning, guys. Welcome to another day with Everyday Faith. We are still on the theme of contentment. I've got my coffee and my devotional, so let's go ahead and jump into some scripture this morning. Truly, truly, I say to you, when you were young, you used to dress yourself and walk wherever you wanted. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands and another will dress you and carry you where you do not want to go. And that is from John chapter 21, verse 18. So at first glance, this is kind of a weird scripture, right? It's talking about when you're a kid and having freedom, and then when you're getting old and people having to dress you. But what is this saying about our faith? To me, this says as we mature in our faith, we're often led places where we really don't want to go, or we don't have the option of going, because God is taking us down a path and kind of putting us in possibly uncomfortable situations, right? When we get out of our comfort zone, that's when we really grow. That's when our faith is really challenged and in turn really strengthened. Having faith and being strong in it means we have to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. I say this a lot in terms of creativity and putting what you've created out into the world, but this also goes hand in hand for faith, being comfortable with the uncomfortable. In order for us to grow in our faith, in order for us to mature in our faith, we have to be in situations that we're not comfortable with, that stress us, that challenge us, that push us into new limits and force us to really rely on God more than we would have previously. Coffee break. And as rewarding as spiritual growth is, it may not always be fun, because we're going to have to choose between what we want versus what we need. And sometimes getting what we need is going to mean we have to sacrifice what we want. I love the reflection today, because I think this is something that we all do, and it's something that by human nature we always shy away from. And that reflection is to take some time and think about where you're being called that you may not go on your own. Is God calling you to do something that may not be something you would consciously choose to do on your own? I've talked to a lot of missionaries who have gone through this, where they thought they were being called one place or to do something through their vocation, and then they really felt like God was really telling them no, and to go to, like Haiti or Africa, and they've ended up there. And it's not an easy choice. But if we're going to listen to God, if we're going to rely on Him, and we're going to strengthen our faith and mature in our faith, we need to choose what He's calling us for rather than just maybe what we want. I'm not calling you guys to all go out and become missionaries. I just think that is a very clear-cut example because of how extreme it is. This could relate to anything in your life. It might be the smallest thing. It might be a change of job. It might be how you're using your free time. Who knows? That's up to you. But take some time today and think about that, reflect on that, and definitely let us know below in the comments if there's any ways we can help you. Definitely through prayer. We're happy to do that. In fact, we love praying for our community. That's it for today. Remember, we are all in this together. I'm gonna get back to drinking my coffee, and I will see you tomorrow.